Okay. All right, let's get settled in. Oh boy. I got a lot to talk about. Let me know if you can hear me. Please let me know if you can hear me. Yeah? All right, we're going to test this sound. Let me know if y'all can hear the sound. Please put it in the chat. Let me know if you can hear the sound.
Down in front.
I'm very proud. On behalf of UAW,
The redhead.
1A.
Can y'all hear that? Just want to make sure. All right. Welcome. All right. Just want to make sure, okay, great. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. All right, here we go. So there's been a lot of conversation about Vice President Harris and her appearance yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday in Detroit. There was a kerfuffle with some protesters. Some folks said, oh, she already met with them. Why are they disrupting? Other people said the people that she met with were not the same people that were protesting. I mean, either way, it doesn't really matter. Just because you have a meeting with folks don't mean that they're not going to protest you or that they don't have the right to, protest you as you stand there talking to people if they don't believe that what you're talking about is relevant, right? So that's what happened yesterday. And then today we are here in Michigan again. Remember, Michigan is a must-win state. And United Auto Workers are on the scene. So we'll get a little bit of this. This is not going to be too long today, y'all, because I do have to go pick up my child in about an hour. So we're going to kind of, we know they're going to say the same shit over and over again, but hopefully today we are going to try to at least, we're going to hope that they're going to say something different. Okay.
All of our executive board and all of our membership.
The redhead.
So welcome, Vice President Kamala Harris.
The redhead.
Walz.
I agree with you. Oh no, they are definitely turning her into stern black mama. It's because of the mammification of the black woman. And it's disgusting, actually. It's quite disgusting. And you're not wrong for saying that it's weird. It absolutely is. It's disgusting. But that's how white people see us. So they don't really actually know how to understand black women outside of either being a mammy or a sapphire. So
to our house, to Labor's house.
This guy's talking for a long time. We're gonna
one of their first visits with workers to be in the house of the UAW.
That's a lot.
Well, I don't have to say this. I think you already know this. What's at stake in this election?
All right, 10 minutes in.
What this place stands for and what it means. So thank you for having me here. And each and every one of you. Thank you for the privilege of walking that picket line with you last year. Thank you for allowing us to lift up our voices. And in Minnesota, the work that you did, it didn't just benefit UAW workers, it benefited all workers.
Oh, this is great. So he's making a connection, walking the picket line with you. So he's, making this connection that we are for the unions, we are for the people. That's great. That's a great way to start out.
I couldn't be prouder to be on this ticket and couldn't be prouder to stand with UAW. Yeah. Think about this. 89 wake-ups. I've been saying this. 89 days. We can do anything for 89 days. Telling people sleep when you're dead. We got work to do. Right now, 89 days to make Kamala Harris next president of the United States.
Oh. Okay, so we're not going back has become we've got your back. Okay. It's clunky. We've got your back is a bit clunky, but we're going to let them rock. We're going to let them rock.
Think about this, leader. It's very simple. She stands on the side of the American people and the American worker. She's the one who took on the predators, the fraudsters, the transnational gangs, and she's the one that stands up against the billionaires in the corporate greed.
Same old two fights for billionaires and corporations.
Record of delivering for union members and organized labor.
Thank you.
All right, everybody in this room knows, I keep saying this. This is a bit of preaching to the choir, but the choir needs to sing.
I like his zingers. He's got some good zingers. Guys, like, he does. I know I'm preaching to the choir, but the choir needs to sing. This man has been in front of some crowds before. He doesn't like a teleprompter. So we're going to get more of that.
We know the unions built the middle class. The rest of America has to. You know who doesn't believe that? Donald Trump. He sees the world entirely differently. And it really starts with this when I look at community and neighbors and unions. And the word that Sean said, unity. This guy doesn't know the first thing about unity or service. He's too busy serving himself. Again and again and again, you see it. He put himself above us.
Okay. So he debuted in Philly. They went to Wisconsin. They went to another part of Michigan, Detroit. This is his fourth time speaking, and he's still focusing on Trump. We are not getting. What are y'all gonna do? What are y'all gonna do?
He weakened our country to strengthen his own hand. He mocks our laws. He sows chaos and division. That says nothing about how he dealt with his president. We lived through it. We lived through it. He froze in the face of COVID, and our neighbors died because of it.
I get what they're trying to say, and this has come up before. I don't like the whole he froze in the face of COVID. Donald Trump actually did not freeze in the face of COVID. He completely fucked the whole thing up, and they need to be able to say that, right? Okay.
And by doing nothing about COVID, he drove this economy into the ground. And I want to be very clear about this, because there's a lot of lies that happened here. Violent crime was up when Donald Trump was president.
Okay. Wait, let's pause. I got $5 that says he makes the joke about Donald Trump's crimes, and that's not counting his crimes. I got $5 on it. Anybody got me? If he makes the joke, y'all all give me $5 on Cash App.
Without even counting his crimes, it was still.
I win.
So this is very simple. You know it. And it's going to take a heck of a lot of hard work. But this election is a simple choice. What direction was our country going to look like? What direction are we going in? You know what we said it. Donald Trump's going to take it backwards. He's going to do it back.
Y'all, she tired of this damn slogan. Look at her. She's like, you know what? If we say this shit again, my Cash App is actually right on the screen. Don't worry about it. It's right there on the screen, y'all. Fem Jones. Hey.
And this thing of playing dumb when he sits on the planes with these billionaires and says, I don't know anything about Project 2025. I just fly on the planes with them. You know what it's going to do. One of the goals of that plan is simple. They know this has been going on forever. Get rid of labor unions and get rid of the voices that we bring. They can do whatever the hell they want then. If Trump returns, he's going to learn something from last time. He didn't get the job done. This time, it will be far, far worse, and he will get the job done and make sure that we.
That is great messaging. Let me tell you why. There are a lot of people who are just like, we've been through Trump before. It wasn't that bad. Aside from COVID, if you remove COVID, it wasn't that bad. We're okay with that. And so he's kind of introducing this idea that it will actually be worse if, Trump comes around, and they need to push that messaging a little bit more.
We can't organize collectively to improve our lives. That's what's coming. So whether he cuts the middle class, makes it more difficult to own a home, whether he repeals the Affordable Care Act so you can't get health insurance, are the things that they talk about, gutting Social Security and Medicare. You know what? When you got $1 billion, you don't give a damn about Social Security. But if you're like my mom and you depend on the Social Security check as your sole income, it's pretty damn important.
What do we know about him? Does he got no money? Can he take care of his mama?
And I've been saying it, you've been hearing me say it. They will ban abortion across this country, no matter what Congress says. Now look, damn right it is, and I don't know why this is so simple or so difficult for these people to understand. You know, things work really well in life, really well with your neighbors, and really well in the community.
Let me tell you something. This Aries energy is amazing. Like he is giving full Aries. Oh, you say he's broke? He got 13K net worth. I mean, that was 6 years ago. School teacher married to a school teacher. You know what? Somebody take care of his mama, please. Somebody take care of his mama. Okay, keep going. Let's keep going.
When you mind your own damn business.
Mind your own damn business. He be wanting to say shit and fuck so much. And they done told him, Tim, keep it to the damn. Keep it to the damn.
He's not fighting you. He doesn't know you. He doesn't care about your family. And his running mate is just as dangerous and backward as he is. So look, we know who they are. The choir's ready to sing. This campaign's about the future, your future. Vice President Harris sure knows that. She grew up in a middle-class family. She goes to work every day making sure families are on the front so that they can get ahead and they can get into the middle class. She believes in something so simple and so beautiful. And when we go to these rallies, I say it to people drive, they sit in the sun, they get there, they stand next.
Oh, I can look at her and tell she's cusses a lot. Does she smoke? Because she got smoke mouth. Does she smoke too? Because you know Barry smoked. And now his daughter smokes. And that's okay. I've smoked off and on for the last 30 years. I'm not judging. I'm just curious. She looks like a smoker.
To their neighbor for one simple reason. And just
I bet she smoked Marlboro Lights.
like the Vice President says, they believe in their hearts in the promise of America. They believe. So, sisters and brothers in the UAW, how great is this going to be? Please join me in welcoming the next president.
Has she gotten the official UAW endorsement? Somebody tell me in the chat. I don't know yet. Has she gotten the endorsement? Here we go. Here we go. Wait a minute. I'm gonna make a bingo game based on the stump speeches. And every time she says something, we gonna fill up our bingo cards.
Oh, it's good to be in the house of ladies. Okay, so let me just say, first of all, can we hear it again, Tim Walz?
I want you all to notice 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 over here. All right, keep your eye here. There's a couple more over here. And I'm sure there are more in the back. Watch them. I wonder if there are some concerns. Not saying that they don't usually have security. Of course they do. But considering what happened yesterday, I wonder if they got anything that's got them a little concerned. Oh, thank you. She does have their endorsement. Okay, cool. Okay.
You and Tim Walz had a comment. I said, well, you know, a whole lot. You know, we grew up the same way. We grew up in a community, people, you know, I mean, he grew up in Nebraska. Me, over California. Seemingly worlds apart. But the same people raised us. Yeah. Good people. Hardworking people. Yeah. People who had pride in their hard work. You know, people who had pride in knowing that we were a community of people who looked out for each other.
Listen, they tried to get her and saying that she had a really expensive necklace, which she didn't. Y'all, they went to Claire's and got her a damn glass necklace and said, y'all can suck it. And she got on the clip-on pearls. I am here for that. She said, fuck y'all.
You know, raised by a community of folks who understood that the true measure of the strength of a leader is not based on who you beat down. It's based on who you lift up.
That is a new line. We love it. It is not based on who you beat down. It's who you lift up. Y'all, we are getting new lines to the speeches. New lines to the speeches. So thank you so much.
And you know, this perversion that's happened in our country in the last several years, where there's a suggestion that somehow strength is about making people feel small, making people feel alone. But isn't that the very opposite of what we know unions know to be strength? Yeah. It's about the collective.
Okay,
It's
I'm gonna
about
rock.
understanding no one should ever be made to fight alone. That we are all in this together.
I'm telling you, they are reading my timeline. That's all I got to say. They reading my timeline.
You know why I fought my entire career for unions and labor? Because I understand the concept and the noble concept behind collective bargaining. And here it is. Here it is.
Hey, somebody fact check real quick. Has she ever been in a union? Somebody help me with the fast check.
Fairness. Fairness. It's about saying, hey, in a negotiation, don't we all believe the outcome should be fair? I mean, who could disagree with that? The outcome should be fair.
I had a brother in my replies today who said he got arrested for protesting the Iraq war and she threw the book at him. Okay.
Should be fair. When you're talking about the individual and a big company, and you're required not one individual to negotiate against a big company, how's that outcome? So collective bargaining is about saying, let the collective come together around a common experience.
That's right.
Which at its core is about dignity and the dignity of labor.
Who wrote this speech? This is not her. Who wrote this?
And let the people come together to negotiate so you make the balance.
Yes.
And then the outcome will be fair.
Right.
And isn't that what we're talking about in this here election?
Yeah.
We're saying we just want fairness. We want dignity for all people.
Yeah.
We want to
What about the dignity of the people yesterday? Okay, I'm gonna shut up.
recognize the right all people have to freedom and liberty to make choices, especially those that are about heart and home, and not have their government telling them what to do.
You know, I'm with her. I'm with all of you on this. Like, yes. I also want to remind you that there are a lot of things that the government makes us do that we have to do. And so sometimes for me, the idea of we don't want the government telling us what to do or controlling this or blah, 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 just falls a little bit flat because the government says I gotta wear a seatbelt. Government says I have to have car insurance. Government says I have to register my car so they can track it. Like the government says all these things, and I'm just pointing that out. I'm just.
Our campaign is about saying we trust the people. We see the people. We know the people. You know, one of the things I love about our country? We are a nation of people who believe in those ideals that were foundational to what made us so special as a nation.
Okay. So here's where this becomes tricky, right? So she's got to contend with people saying she's not, they're starting some birtherism with her. They're contending whether or not she's a real American, because she is a first generation, her parents are immigrants. Also because she is not in any, she's not part white. So there's something there that she has to, it's a little bit of a tightrope walk where she's got to really emphasize the connection to America. The problem is that because she is part Black, and Obama had this issue too, citing the foundation of the country, the Constitution, all of that stuff.
We believe in those ideas.
Yeah.
And the Sisters and Brothers of Labor have always fought for those ideas.
Yeah.
Always fought for those ideas. And we know we are a work in progress. We haven't yet quite reached all of those ideals, but we will die trying because we love our country and we believe.
No nationalist talking points, please, from the Democratic Party. That's actually insane. I'm sorry. No, I don't mean to be ableist or anything. That comment that she just made is absolutely fucking insane, coming from the Democrats, talking about we will die for this country. And no.
And that's what our campaign is about. We love our country. We believe in our country. We believe in each other. We believe in the collective. We're not falling for these folks who are trying to divide us.
You know what happened? You know how people get divided? When you send their fucking parents to jail. Okay.
Trying to separate us. Trying to pull us apart. That's not where the strength lies.
Yes. Wealthy land-owning men.
And so I say to all the members of UAW, and Sean Fain as the first who I talked to about this, I am so deeply honored as a lifelong supporter of union labor.
And Israel.
For Tim and I to have the endorsement of UAW.
Question, was Tim wearing a tie yesterday? Because I noticed he's not wearing one, and they tend to dress down a bit when they're around like working class, labor class, blue collar folks.
So deeply honored. Because you walk your walk. You walk your walk. And what we know, like we have talked about, we got 89 days to get this done. You know, the one thing about all of us is we like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work is good work. The thing that we like about hard work is we have fun doing hard work.
What the fuck is she talking about?
Because we know what we stand for. And that's a big part of this campaign. You know, when you know what you stand for, you know what to fight for.
She's still mad about yesterday, y'all. She has not shaken that off. She has not. I want you all to understand. She's still pissed off about that.
We know what we stand for, and we stand for the people. And we stand for the dignity of work. And we stand for freedom. We stand for justice. We stand for equality. And so we will fight for all of it. And the bottom line about UAW is that I also know, and I'll say to all the friends watching, look, even if you're not a member of a union, you better thank unions for that 5-day work week. You better thank unions for that 8-hour work day. You better thank unions for that vacation time.
Better.
So I'm here to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to the sisters and brothers of UAW for all you are and all we will do over these next 89 days. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.
Okay, so notice this. Okay, we're getting the freedom. Yeah, this was interesting.
I'ma keep
Yeah,
running because the winner don't call themselves.
Okay. 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 So, so we got a little bit of a difference today because she was speaking at the unions, and they tend to want to. It was no tie in Milwaukee yesterday. Okay. They want to make sure that they are speaking specifically to unions because unions represent so many of the working class. And you got to remember, when Hillary was running, she made some missteps, they said, in terms of where she didn't go, who she didn't talk to, and things like that. And they can't afford to do that with the Harris campaign, Harris-Walz campaign. So they are definitely, going to hit some different points when it comes to the folks in the unions. And I think that it was different. And what I want to see again, so remember what I was saying yesterday, that I want to see them focus more on where they're going, right? So I want them to read the room a bit better. I want them to be like, all right, we're going to Chicago. What are some of the key issues that are going on with the people of Chicago, right? Let's talk about that. I want her to start tailoring her stump speech. You can make some of the same zingers if you really need to. Walz is clearly testing out this choir thing and the choir singing thing. Make sure that you have a deep understanding of what is happening in the places that you're going to. If you're going to be going to Texas, and you're going to a particular city, if you're going to one of the border cities, you need to talk about the border. They're calling you a border czar, right? So I don't know what her schedule is, but I can only hope that they do have a plan for her to go to the borders, one of the border cities, whether it's in Texas, California, New Mexico, wherever. And I want her to address head on the fact that JD Vance keeps calling her a border czar and actually keeps lying on her name every day. He keeps saying that she opened the border, she welcomed gangs in, she brought the fentanyl in that killed somebody in 2016. Yeah, that's what he said. If you missed my last one, it's on YouTube. You can go watch it. He actually said he brought a family up that was talking about their daughter that overdosed from fentanyl in 2016. Now, I don't know if you all have done the math, but Harris has not been in this office, right. The borders are definitely not open. And if anything, they have been very quiet about all the people they've been deporting for the last few months, particularly to Black and brown nations. But that's okay. That's okay, because they're going to keep doing what they did. Obama did it, and people still rocked with his ass. So, they're going to do whatever they want to do. They have to start diversifying. We are, and somebody said on Threads today, I thought it was a brilliant comment. They said, we're not meant to watch these stump speeches, right? We have the internet now, TikTok now, all these things now. A lot of these things were not as popular 4 years ago, right? So we're dealing with a different situation there. But then they've got to adapt. So we know that there's people like me and Mark Lamont Hill and some others who are going to do play-by-plays. Like, we're going to come and we're going to comment and we're going to discuss each of your stump speeches. And if it's the same thing over and over again, then the people are going to start thinking like, all right, what else you got? And you cannot afford, I'm sorry, like you can't afford to make these missteps, unfortunately. And she should know this. She's been identifying as a Black woman all her life. She understands that she's got to be twice as good. She's got to, show up twice as hard. And she's got to be prepared to have twice as much pushback, right? And I think what we saw yesterday was somebody who did not anticipate being engaged in that way. And I think it did rattle her. And I think today, some of her body language and mannerisms indicated that she's still bothered by it. I'm very interested in this Secret Service swarm, though. I'm not sure what that was about, and maybe I'll look into it some more. But again, it's political theater, right? That's why I call it political theater with Dr. T, because it's all political theater. However, we now have a bird's eye view every single day. So switch it up, girl. Switch it up. When you go to Chicago, I want to hear you talk about gun violence. If you come to another section of Pennsylvania, I know you came to Philadelphia, but you got to go to the west side of Pennsylvania. You got to talk to the Pittsburgh folks. You got to talk about the steel workers. You got to talk about, Pennsylvania folks. You want to reach them, right? She goes to Appalachia and she starts talking about, certain things that are not, relevant to them. It just doesn't make sense. When she goes to Atlanta, what's she going to say in Atlanta? Didn't she do Megan Thee Stallion? That was before him, right? So maybe they'll go back. I don't know. I think that they need to look at where Hillary missed, and they need to go and make sure that they are hitting all the places that she missed. They need to go and do a lot more in Michigan, a lot more in places like Ohio, Illinois, Texas. She may not think that she can get some ground in Texas, but I think she can if she goes there, right? But this election comes down to Pennsylvania and Michigan anyway. So it's all political theater. As I said, thanks for tuning in, and I will talk with y'all soon.